Goodness gracious. It's another stream. It's another stream day, and today is a chill day. Today is a chill day of hanging out, learning Indonesian, and cracking wise. I think that's the plan. How's everyone doing today? It is a Thursday, and one day I'm going to be totally confident that I know what day it is. Maybe it's my curse that I've chosen to stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they're both the T days. There's something about those days I can never get straight. But anyway, here we are. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Oh, I'm getting an assalamu alaikum. And the response, I'm going to cheekily look it up because I need to remember where all the vowels go. Wa alaikum salam. Wa alaikum salam. All right. It's Thor. Yeah, it is Thor's day. Have to have a bit of respect. A bit of respect for Thor, I think. Okay. All right. Well, I don't know. Lucy, everything looking good technically. All the sound, all the lighting, all the one thing we're gonna do actually. Now that I'm on the topic of lighting, is we're gonna optimize. We're gonna keep optimizing. This our longer term plans include optimizing the lighting a bit, maybe optimizing the camera a little bit more. You know, there's some exciting things on the horizon. But let's not look at the horizon. Let's look at what's right in front of us, which is a day full of chill Duolingo hanging out. So, I'm going to go welcome YouTube, I think. Yeah, I think it's time. Got the all good from Lucy, so it's definitely time. All right, YouTube, welcome back. We are about to do another Duolingo Indonesian stream. Let's learn Duolingo together. Let's have a nice, calm, relaxing time. Learn some Duolingo. Scratch our heads a bit. Fill out a spreadsheet. I don't know. Before we head in, though, I would just like to thank all of our patrons for making this episode possible. You make all of the things that we do possible. So a big thank you to the patrons. And I think without further ado, let's scoot over into Indonesian Duolingo land. All right, so let's get our bearings because I haven't touched this in about 2 weeks. So we have our spreadsheet here, which has now accumulated 100 and just over 150 words. That's kind of cool. We have advanced in the tree from the basics all the way down to the first golden tower, which we have yet to storm. So that's our plan, I think, today. We need to learn one more skill in order to be able to... Oh, did you see that? Look at that little animation. That's nice. Oh, that's cute. See, it's the little things in life, isn't it? So we need to learn about plurals. And then I believe we're going to be given the chance to open up this new realm, the inner fortress. So I don't know. Why don't we get started? I don't remember half of the things that we did last time, but hopefully it'll all come back to me. And away we go. Got the tips thing open just in case.
Apel-apel itu ada di dapur.
Apel-apel itu ada di dapur.
Apel-apel itu ada di dapur.
Ada di dapur. Apel-apel itu ada di dapur. Okay. Let's ponder. Itu, that was those apples. Are, oh dear, this 2 week break is coming back to haunt me here. I'm gonna have to look this up. D, that's a preposition of some kind, but I forget which one. D is at. So those apples are, I'm assuming, in the kitchen. Dapur. Kitchen. Okay. Yeah. Oh, this is brutal. All right. Forward. So we have some reduplication. I think that's what it's trying to teach us here. Apel-apel.
Jeruk-jeruk saya ada di dapur.
Jeruk-jeruk saya ada di dapur. My oranges are in the kitchen?
Apel-apel itu merah. Apel itu merah.
So this, I'm assuming this lesson is going to teach us all about reduplication. In Indonesian, telling us, giving us information about plural morphology, essentially. Although it's interesting that we saw before that Indonesian doesn't seem to have obligatory plural marking. You can interpret a noun as singular or plural if it's just on its own, if it's a singleton. But I guess if it's reduplicated, you're sort of forced into the plural reading. That's my analysis so far. I don't know. Indonesian knowers, let me know.
Kucing-kucing mereka hitam dan putih.
Kucing-kucing mereka hitam dan putih. So this means they're cats. Kucing-kucing mereka. They're hitam. They're white cats, maybe? They're white cats. Dan putih. And. No. Okay, here's what it is. Their cats are white and black. Hitam dan putih. Okay, subject, predicate. Okay, well that, I feel... Fair enough. Logically equivalent, but fair enough.
Dia menulis surat-surat ini.
Dia menulis surat-surat ini. She writes these letters. Okay. I think maybe what I'll do is, after we finish this skill, is dip back down and do some review, because the vocab is slipping.
Koran-koran ini dari Jakarta.
Koran-koran ini dari Jakarta. These newspapers are from Jakarta, right? Right.
Kucing saya tidak suka gaun-gaun hitam.
Kucing saya tidak suka gaun-gaun hitam. Kucing saya tidak. So my cat does not suka like hitam black dresses. Gaun-gaun hitam black dresses. Okay, hitam black. This is what we've learned. Putih white.
Tini punya buku-buku ini di rumah.
Tina punya buku-buku ini di rumah. Tini has these books at home. Di rumah. Yes, okay. Andy's cats like milk. This will be I'm not going to look. Kucing Andy suka milk. I don't remember. Susu is milk. Minum is a beverage in general, I think. So kucing Andy suka susu is my guess. All right. She does not like white dresses. Okay, this is going to be something like dia tidak suka gaun-gaun putih. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Those apples are in the kitchen. Okay, don't look. Apel itu di dapur. Apel itu. Oh no, I forgot the ada. That's the locative predicator. Okay. Choose the correct meaning. We read newspapers and books. Okay, so I've seen them already, so there's no point in guessing. Kami membaca koran-koran dan buku-buku. This is going to be right. Hello, chat. Oh, we got... are we memeing? Are we memeing in the chat? Good. I wouldn't have it any other way. She writes these letters. Oh yeah, here's where we get ia instead of dia, which apparently happens sometimes. Ia menulis surat-surat ini. These letters and books are mine. Okay. Surat-surat dan buku-buku ini are mine. I don't remember how to say are mine. But we got the noun phrase, right? Ini punya saya. Surat-surat dan buku-buku ini punya saya. I think that's the answer. Right. Oh, what was punya? It's have, right? But there's also something else. Yeah, so this is like these letters and books have I. Almost reminds me of like V2 there. I don't know if that's the right analysis. Continue. Okay, my oranges are in the kitchen. Don't look. Oh, it's everywhere. Jeruk saya ada di dapur. Okay, now they've gone and they've added that ku again. But I think my answer would have counted, right? Jerukku. So we have this possessive suffix, clitic, not sure, going on to the reduplicated noun.
Kucing-kucing mereka hitam dan putih.
Kucing-kucing mereka hitam dan putih. Okay, so this is the challenge one, right? Their cats are black and white. Hitam dan putih. Yes, okay, we got it this time. And we've got a 1-day streak. How about that, chat? How about that? Okay. Great. Super and excellent. Okay. All right. So, chat, how we doing? I'm struggling a bit with this vocabulary. 2 weeks, I think, is maybe too much to keep it in mind. But this is life. Let's take a look at the grammar, because we had some questions, or at least I had some questions when we were going through, and Duolingo does have this tips thing where it tells you all about the grammar, if you are so inclined, and I think you kind of have to be so inclined in order to get the most of this. So here you'll learn a thing or two about plural words in Bahasa Is it Bahasa Indonesia? Is that the pronunciation? I guess my more specific question is this an A or an So you can almost immediately recognize whether a word is singular or plural by its repetition. So this is referring to reduplication, full reduplication, and linguistic-y thing. Reduplication is a morphological process that takes some part of a word or other bit of the language and doubles it in some sense, in some way. And sometimes this doubling is full doubling, and this is what we call total reduplication or full reduplication. So buku going to buku to mean books. And it is often the case that reduplication has an iconic function. What is an iconic function? An iconic function is a function where the form maps in some way to the function. So with reduplication, you're getting more of the same word, right? You're getting the same word twice. And here it's expressing plurality, which is it's like more of the same thing. So you have the word coming more than once to indicate that the thing that the word refers to is in the plural. So this is a kind of iconic use of reduplication. Pluralization is a pretty common use of reduplication. Things like frequentatives, expressing the idea that someone does a verb frequently. That's another use of reduplication that's iconic and shows up a lot. But there are also non-iconic uses of reduplication. I have an article on this on the blog. So if you go to my website, it's one of the most recent ones, which is just colingorrie.com. You can read all about reduplication and its typology. It's quite complicated, actually, when you get into it. All right. So, what else are we going to learn about Indonesian plural reduplication? You cannot... Well, the one thing... Okay, so here's one... sorry, that was a bit loud. Here is one thing that I don't totally agree with. I think it's slightly inconsistent what they've said, because it says that it should be noted that you can almost immediately recognize whether or not a word is singular or plural by its repetition. But I don't think it's true that you can recognize that a word is singular merely by the fact that it doesn't reduplicate, because it explicitly said earlier that you can, a bare form can be interpreted as singular or plural. So I think that's slightly inaccurate, unless I'm misremembering that earlier lesson. Okay, there are no plural forms for some objects that already have repetition in their name. So if it's already reduplicated, it doesn't reduplicate further to pluralize. So you don't get kupu 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 kupu. Getting four of them. It just stays at 2. Kura 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 turtle doesn't become kura 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 kura. It just stays. You can express the word as plural by using a singular noun and numeric words in front of it. So when the quantity is mentioned, so when you have a numeral, you don't reduplicate. Okay, so I don't know what this really means. Do or don't. Can anyone interpret this chart? I can't really interpret this chart. Yeah. Also echoed words. You can almost immediately recognize whether a word is singular or not by its singular or plural by its repetition, and then it gives you examples of reduplicated nouns that are not plural. So I don't know about this explanation, and I don't understand this chart. Do or don't. Do or don't what? Reduplicate? Here you're reduplicating, but here you are not reduplicating. This is completely confusing to me. Oh, is it supposed to be don't? Okay, so these things that are marked don't or some variant of don't are supposed to be ungrammatical. Could you just please put a little star in front of it? That's all I ask. Okay, fine. You've confused me. And chat, you've rescued me. Okay, so then what else do we have? The noun is not repeated when it's obvious from context if it's singular or plural. That's just a sort of a generalization of what they're saying here. And the noun is not repeated when talking about it in general. So in English, we have this kind of generic plural when talking about things that are true of the whole class. Dog, in general true of the class, rather. Dogs eat bones. But it looks like in Indonesian, you don't use a reduplicated form for this kind of generic use. Cool. Okay. Yeah. I mean, now that you say that it's showing grammatical versus ungrammatical, I understand it. But it would be cool maybe if they introduced that idea maybe at the start, or say something like that. That what the do or don't means. But hey, everyone to each and so on. All right, so let's move on, shall we? More plurals, I think. We've already tried the tips.
Dia makan kue-kue saya.
Dia makan kue-kue saya. Oh, so he eats kue-kue. Well, kue-kue saya, something my, and we only have one noun here, so cakes. Great. I think we have a new word. That's new, right? Oh, no, it's not new. Sad. Okay, fine.
Hotel-hotel itu ada di sini.
Hotel-hotel itu ada di sini. Those hotels are here. Those hotels are here.
Kue-kue saya enak.
Kue saya enak. Enak.
Kue saya enak.
Colin, remember what enak means? Challenge 2022 edition. Rated impossible. Enak. Delicious. Okay.
Gedung-gedung itu hotel.
Gedung-gedung itu hotel. Those buildings are hotels.
Bola-bola ini merah dan putih.
Bola-bola ini merah dan putih. Okay. I remember. These balls are red and white. Yes. I almost feel like doing that scene from Liar, Liar, with the color of the pen that I hold in my hand.
Sekolah-sekolah itu ada di sini.
Sekolah-sekolah itu ada di sini. Those schools are here. Right? Yeah. All right.
Rumah-rumah merah di Jakarta.
Rumah-rumah merah di Jakarta. Red houses in Jakarta. Not really a sentence. But there you go.
Toko-toko saya ada di pasar.
Toko-toko saya ada di pasar. Okay, toko-toko. This is stores, right? Yeah. It's stores, right? Let's just double check. Stores, yeah. My stores. Oh, okay, high roller here. You got multiple stores. Toko-toko saya ada di pasar. My stores are, I want to say in the market, but at the market. Fair enough.
Anjing-anjing saya tidak suka kucing.
Anjing-anjing saya tidak suka kucing. My dogs do not like cats. My dogs do not like cats. Okay. The rust is coming off. Things are moving. We're getting there. We're getting there. Red houses in Jakarta. Rumah merah di Jakarta. To be fair, I don't really consider hovering over the words cheating, but I consider it to be slightly less fun. So if you want to hover over the words, be my guest. I mean, hey, I'm looking things up to the side, right? So I don't really have much of a leg to stand on regarding cheating, but I don't like to accidentally hover over the word when I'm trying to remember it. That's my position on hovering. This is her book. Okay, this is her book. This is going to be ini bukunya, because nya is the third person singular possessive suffix.
Ini bukunya.
I like big hotels. I'm not going to say anything. I'm really tempted to make a joke here, but I'm not going to say anything. I like big hotels. Aku suka hotel besar. Besar is big, right? Yes. And the streak of not making jokes is going to continue. Kucing saya suka bola-bola ini. My dogs do not like cats. Anjing-anjing saya tidak suka kucing. Okay, feeling powerful. Hubris rising. Those schools are here. Sekolah itu ada di sini. Okay, can I get a ruling? Because I was told that this was fine. Chat. Any Indonesian native speakers in the chat can help me out here and, give me a moral victory at least. It went to the whole trouble of saying, you don't need to mark something specifically as plural. And then lo and behold, now you do, because that's what they want to teach you in this lesson. We're opening this up. Someone else has got to have the same problem. Why can't I just put sekolah? It doesn't differentiate plural or singular, as we have learnt. Yes, I have the same thought. And then they say, okay, yes, we do use this reduplication, but I don't know. And of course, it is locked. I mean, yeah, Galactic saying you're right. I could go ahead and look and see if they intend for me to repeat it, but I kind of don't want to have to guess what their intention is. I kind of want to just learn to speak the language. But, that's my own personal. Okay, well, let's move on. Saya. Okay, what's go is pergi. Saya pergi.
Saya pergi ke.
Saya pergi ke, I think, toko-toko itu.
Toko itu.
Okay. It just, to me, okay, I'm not going to get sidetracked trying to argue with a computer program. It's pointless. But
Sekolah.
I got the second one this time, Duolingo.
Itu ada di sini.
There we go. Okay. It's just a bit weird to have, okay, I said I wasn't going to argue, but it's just a bit weird, isn't it, to have something that it says, like, maybe it isn't a grammatical form. I'm not a native speaker of Indonesian. But assuming that with the one, sekolah, is a grammatical form, to say it's wrong just because the lesson wants you to do something else, I don't know. This is supposed to be chill, right? Chill. There's no problem. It's all fine. Chat. There's no problem. What's the problem? We don't need to argue with computers. They're just our friends. And they're going to help us learn Indonesian. So just smile. Okay. There we go. We are 1 XP away from our daily goal, I guess. But more importantly, we're now on level 1. We are free to advance. But I think we will okay. But I think we'll put in a quick break for YouTube here. And YouTube, thank you very much for joining us for what was less chill than perhaps advertised, but I think still fairly amusing. We'll be back with more Indonesian, so join us next time. Until then. Okay, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it just gets to me. It just gets to me. Anyway, such is life. So I think we need to do a little review. I'm just gonna do a few here and there, maybe in the verbs section to get some verbs back into our heads. Maybe, yeah, probably in the verbs, maybe in the places. Just get a few of these words back top of mind, and then we can advance. But chat. How the heck are you? What's going on? Are you well? Is everything good by you? What's the weather like? What how are things going? Today it is actually surprisingly nice here. Yeah, it's still hot in studio because we've got the lights on and there's no airflow because of the to sort of get the sound isolation, but I'm hanging in there. I don't think I need to constantly splash water on my face. Echoed Word says a question: has using Duolingo given any confidence in using the language outside of Duolingo? In no way yet has it given me any confidence. and I think my lack of confidence so far is warranted. I would not be able to be thrown into a situation where I'd have to use this language and come out with anything other than saya makan jeruk. You know, I eat oranges, which I think I got that right. So, you know, maybe there's something, but no, there's not a lot going on in terms of confidence for me yet. I think to be fair, and I don't want to rag on the program, I'm really not using it as designed. Instead of doing these little 5-minute chunks every day, keeping it up, I'm sort of binging it 2 hours every week or so. But you know, I think it's I think some stuff's sinking in. What I would really like to do is take some of these words that we've learned and go through the etymologies of them, because I think that would be kind of interesting. We've had a little bit of that on stream so far, and it's been fascinating. But I think in the I see. Yeah, I see some more in the chat. We have some people working on their conlangs. Very, very nice. There's coining roots. I don't know when is it ever enough for a language? When you were ever done with these roots? It doesn't seem to ever be the case. And if you're a kind of conlanger like I am, the minute something starts to get kind of like grindy, whoa, why don't we make another conlang? And that's, you know, that's my character flaw. I don't know if you experience it the same way. But I really appreciate you, chat, coming back and sort of giving me good motivation to keep working on the existing families rather than always going off and creating new things. Although I will admit I did create, you know, with Quain, Tuesday we created a new language, but hey, who's counting, right? Echoed Words asks, what's the opinion on Duolingo's teaching from a linguistic perspective thus far? My opinion or like some sort of general opinion? I don't know about any general opinion. My opinion, so far I'm really enjoying the fact that it's kind of fun to come back to, and the experience is relatively good despite, you know, the occasional frustration. I would like to see more kind of connected texts, less sort of out of left field sentences. I don't really think that there's great evidence in favor of repetition of decontextualized sentences or words being particularly helpful. But, you know, I think there's a compromise that has to be made with what people will come back to doing over and over again, and what you can gamify and what you can make sticky. So, you know, these things exist within a world of constraints rather than in a sort of abstract world where we can just put in all the good stuff and then that'll work. Because we also have to deal with the fact that human behavior is the way it is, and we are imperfect language learners, all of us. And so I think it's a testament to the program that they've got us coming back, and, you know, they've got me coming back. I enjoy it enough to come back to it every so often. I've got you coming back to watch me struggle through it. So they must be doing something right. So okay, well, maybe what I'll do is I'll welcome our friends at YouTube back, and then we'll go onwards and we'll learn some more. And I promise I will be less YouTube. Welcome back. We are about to jump back into another episode of Duolingo Indonesian. And by the way, I always have to thank the patrons for making this episode possible. You make everything possible. So thank you so much. But I think, you know, too much blabbing is not enough learning. So let's scoot over to the side webcam and let's do some more Indonesian, shall we? So last time I felt that my memory for the vocabulary was lacking. So I think we need to be trained up a little bit on some of these verbs, maybe some of these prepositions. So why don't we do a little bit of review before we do whatever this is. I don't even know what this is, but it's something we can click on now. So we'll see soon enough, I'm sure. So base verbs.
Kami datang. Kami datang.
Oops, I clicked on the wrong monitor. There we go. Kami datang, we come. And we have all of this, I think. Datang. I sit.
Saya.
Minum is drink. Makan is eat. I don't remember duduk, masuk, or kembali. So I think it's time to go look things up. Duduk is indeed sit. And here's another repetition of us seeing duduk.
Duduk.
So, duduk. Yay.
Aku datang.
Aku datang.
Aku datang.
Datang. I'm trying to get that. I think that's that little bit of implosivity, right? Datang. Not an easy thing to do. Aku datang. Datang. Not easy. For me anyway. I come.
Saya duduk di sini.
Saya duduk di sini. I sit here.
Saya setuju.
Saya setuju.
Saya setuju.
And I don't remember what setuju means. Agree. Setuju. You know what would be really helpful, actually? For me, at least. I don't know if this helps you, chat, but... Or YouTube. I like learning the etymologies of words. To me, that's like one more little bit of information that helps it stick into the big web of all the stuff that I somewhat remember. Setuju. I wonder where that comes from. It's interesting because, and I'll just go onto full screen here for a sec. It's interesting because it seems like learning an additional bit of information about a word would make it hard to remember. It's, you're burdening your memory more, but it actually seems, at least to me, to be the opposite way. If you're learning a little bit more information about a word, that gives it another chance to hook into the rest of what you already know. And then this seems to signal to your brain that, hey, this is like something that is worth remembering. It fits right in with your knowledge of the world, and it's a good thing to keep track of, rather than some other stuff where, you see setuju once, someone tells you it means agree. It has no connection to anything else in your life whatsoever. It has no connection to a narrative that you're trying to figure out what's going on in. It's just sort of some, contextless piece of information that comes flying at you. I don't blame my mind for thinking this isn't going to be relevant. I'm not wasting time remembering it. Whereas, some tie into something. I've often said it's really useful sometimes to have an embarrassing moment when you're when you're learning a language, because if you make a mistake in a word and it's embarrassing, well, I don't know about you, but embarrassment's one of those feelings that it's just as strong 20-25 years later as it is the day that the embarrassing thing happens. And it's like this is useful for getting that thing to stick in your memory, for better or for worse. So if it's going to be for worse, we might as well use it for better as well. All right. So saya setuju, I agree. Back we go. He appears. Okay, dia. Process of elimination. Muncul.
Saya datang.
Saya datang. I come.
Saya datang. Maaf, saya tidak setuju.
Maaf, saya tidak setuju. Sorry, I do not agree. Oh, wow, I just saw an etymology coming in. Wiktionary says it's a Malay borrowing equivalent to same plus point. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, here's an opportunity for us to build another link for this word. So I wonder if that se prefix, meaning same, is anywhere else. I wonder if it is the same se as in this, or sa. I don't know if it's se or say. I've forgotten. Se, I think. I wonder if it's the same se as in selesai. Question. Oh, I saw. Furkon, if you want to help, I would welcome your help. That would be lovely. Frankly, I think I might need it. Yeah, I'm not really trying to prove anything to myself. I think if we learn that, that's good enough. And that's what we're all about here, right? Learning and having fun. Crack and wise.
Dia muncul dari dapur.
Dia muncul dari dapur.
Dia muncul dari dapur.
Dia muncul dari dapur. He or she appeared from home? Home? Is that home or is that kitchen? I remember and here it is again. We learned home and kitchen in the same lesson, and now they're locked in together. Dapur, kitchen. So he appeared from the kitchen. Or she appeared from the kitchen.
Saya duduk.
Saya duduk. I sit. She does not agree. Saya tidak setuju.
Dia tidak setuju.
Dia tidak setuju. Did I say saya? I meant dia.
Dia muncul.
Dia muncul. He appears. They sit and leave. Mereka duduk dan
Mereka duduk dan
pergi.
pergi.
To go, to leave. All right.
Dia tidak setuju.
Dia tidak setuju. She does not agree. She appears from the oh, and now we get to type. Dia muncul dari dapur. Whoa, our first typing lesson and we got it right. Nice. Well done, us. Okay, let's do a little bit more, shall we? What else is there? Places. Let's learn a bit about places again, because I'm feeling fuzzy about some of these words.
Dari sini.
Oh, we're starting right away, are we? Dari sini. This is that one recording of dari, which makes that vowel sound kind of like fronted and a bit raised. Dari.
Dari.
See?
Dari.
But then,
Dari sini.
I don't know, do you hear that? Is it just me?
Dari sini.
From here.
Dia ada di sekolah.
Dia ada di sekolah. She is at school.
Saya di sini.
Saya di sini. Saya di sini, I am here.
Di sini. Dia makan di dapur.
Dia makan di dapur. He or she eats in the kitchen. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Mereka ada di sekolah.
Mereka ada di sekolah. They are at school.
Mereka ada di sekolah.
Saya ada di dapur.
Saya ada di dapur. I am in the kitchen. Saya ada di dapur.
Kamu ada di rumah.
Kamu ada di rumah. Kamu. Kamu. It's a pronoun. Kamu. It's one of the. Is it a second person? I want to say yeah, you singular. Okay. So kamu and kalian. I don't know where the stress goes there. I forgot the sentence as well. Fantastic.
Kamu ada di rumah.
Kamu ada di rumah. So you are,
Kamu
you are at home.
ada di rumah.
Right. Okay. She reads a newspaper at home. Dia membaca koran di rumah.
Dia membaca koran di rumah.
Jeruk itu ada di dapur.
Jeruk itu ada di dapur.
Jeruk itu ada di dapur.
So this means that orange is in the kitchen. We read at school. Kami membaca di sekolah.
Kami membaca di sekolah.
Membaca.
Saya makan di sini.
Saya makan di sini. I eat here. You are at school. Kamu ada di sekolah.
Kamu ada di sekolah.
Dia membaca koran di rumah.
Dia membaca koran di rumah. She reads a newspaper at home. Yeah. Koran is a borrowing from French, apparently. He eats in the kitchen. Dia makan
Dia makan
di dapur.
di dapur.
Dia makan di dapur. I am here. Saya ada di sini. Ha ha ha. Okay. Okay, so what's next? Should we do a little bit more prep for our, I don't know what this is. Maybe we should just click this. Should we click this? Chat, should we click this? Okay, so you can omit the ada. Furkon, thank you. By the way, in your name, is that a uvular ka, or is it farther forward, like Furkon? I wonder what's going to happen if we click this. Okay, just a ka. Thanks. Should we click it? I don't know. Are we going to click it? Let's click it. Complete this challenge to unlock. So we actually have to complete a challenge. Are we up for a challenge yet? Ooh, I don't know. Do you think we can make it? Let's do it. Let's try. All right. Okay. We're going to get ourselves ready. Crack the knuckles. Okay, let's do it. Dun, dun. We need boss music. Lucy, we should get boss music. I think we should get boss music for this whole, we should get a whole like 90s, like Final Fantasy style soundtrack for these Duolingo streams. I really feel that that's necessary because like when we go back to the main menu, we could have like a town theme. And then when we're going through the, the lessons, we could have like combat music. And then when we go to this, we could have boss music. And then when we look things up, maybe it's like, ooh, the mysterious forest music. I say Final Fantasy, but actually the thing that I have in mind is Chrono Trigger, the soundtrack to that. What a fantastic, oh my goodness. Just forget about it. Get right out of here with anything else, because that game. All right, let's go.
Selamat malam.
They're coming at me with the greetings. I didn't practice the greetings. I think we're going to fail this. Malam. Was that? No, okay. So here, I actually want this to be a true test of my ability. So this is going away. And we are actually going to do this. And I'm going to fail or I'm going to succeed on my own 2 feet. Okay, so good something. It's a guess. Good evening. I don't know. Malam, I forget. We don't know. I don't think we even know if we got it. Buku.
Umur kamu 10 tahun.
Umur kamu 10 tahun. You are 10, is that 10 years old? Write bread in Indonesian. I don't remember it. I'm going to say pan.
Gaun ini milik Sri.
Gaun ini milik Sri. This dress milik belongs to, I forget.
Saya makan sarapan saya.
I don't know what that means, but saya, I eat something. I eat my something. Sarapan. No idea. These balls are red. Oh, not this again. Okay. Bola-bola ini merah dan putih.
Kamu ada di rumah.
Kamu ada di rumah. So you are at home. Yes, thank you very much. Isn't it sad I don't remember the word for yes? I don't remember the word for yes at all. Nor do I remember the word for yes. Thank you very much. So yeah, I don't see us doing well on this. I think it's gonna be a failure. Is it something like yeah? I remember the phrase, the prosody of this is like something like dun dun da da dun dun. Am I wrong about that? Yeah. I'm just gonna have to write something embarrassing in here. Because I don't remember. I'm just writing the Korean one. Okay, I like your letter. Saya suka surat kamu. What? It accepted that? I was totally guessing on like a quarter of the things. How is this possible? You know, have standards really dropped this low? Chat. What in the heck fire is going on here? We've completed the checkpoint. I don't even believe it. I don't even believe it. We need to review. Okay. I'm just gonna come back to the full screen because I didn't believe that. Was this a trick? I literally wrote Korean for one of the answers and it still passed me. I don't know. Well, okay, chat. I guess we did it. Feels like a hollow victory though, doesn't it? What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put in a break for YouTube, and I'm gonna just sort of dust myself off and really try and recover some scraps of pride after that what I've considered to be fairly abysmal showing. But this is the way of the world, isn't it? It's not a straight path. So YouTube, thanks again, and come back and we'll advance together. You'll share in my sorrows and triumphs, and hopefully we can at least get 50-50 on the sorrow to triumph ratio. So fingers crossed. We'll see you next time. Okay. Yeah. How do we do review lessons in Duolingo? Like, I kind of want to just do a big old review of everything sort of mashed together. And I don't think that you can do that maybe without paying them. I don't know. The good news is, look, I'm in a promotion zone almost. So Oh, you can't see it. This is what I'm looking at. Look at this promotion zone. That's pretty cool. All right, Galactic Sand. Good luck at the dentist. All right. So I don't know. How do we just review stuff? Maybe we can just click on this again. We can just practice. Yeah, maybe this is the way. We just practice everything from before the checkpoint and go back to the tower and fight the dragon again. It's like some sort of a new game plus scenario. I don't know. All right. Well. All right. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna give us an opportunity for another Birai moment, and I'm going to. I'm gonna go do a little splash of water on the face because the temperature is rising, not just metaphorically, and we will see you very shortly. Oh well. I don't know why it stopped that one time, but that was truly a moment of destiny. When the stars aligned to stop that animation precisely there, and a meme was born. It can't happen every day. Nor should it. It should be special. All right, chat. I think we've got a bit more work ahead of us today. We need to review and sort of pick ourselves up out of the ashes, and see if we can remember some of these Indonesian words. So why don't we scoot back? I'll bring YouTube back in. All right, YouTube, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Duolingo Indonesian. We are going to learn some Duolingo Indonesian together. I don't know. I'm sort of making this up as I go along. Just want to give a quick thank you to the patrons who made this episode possible. And without that in front of us, I don't know. I'm really making this intro up as I go along. We're going to scoot over to the side webcam and we're going to do some more work. I think the greetings were a bit of an Achilles heel. So why don't we just spend a little time reviewing, a little bit of time reviewing, and then we'll see if we can do something fun with these verbs, because those sound like fun.
Maaf.
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 Sorry. Oh yeah. So I didn't remember yes. That was my downfall. No is tidak.
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 Ya, silakan.
Yeah. I wrote it with an I.
Ya. Silakan.
So this is yes, please? Yes. Sorry. Maaf.
Maaf.
I've upset the owl a lot, but hey, you know what? This is a relationship, okay? The owl's upsetting me too. You know, we have to work things out.
Silakan.
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 Please.
Silakan minum.
Silakan minum. Please drink. An odd thing to say.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi.
And I need to remember what all these salamats mean. Pagi is... Okay, and this is another bit of a, you know, I don't want to be like a 90s comedian style kind of, you know, going, you know. And you know, what's the deal with learning things at the same time? You know, do they want us to forget them? But it's true. I mean, if there's a lesson called greetings, and like this one's good morning, this one's good evening, this one is good afternoon, this one is this other thing, I guarantee you, if you're anything like me, you're not going to remember them. Because I don't. I remember that we learn them all together and that they have some meaning and they're all kind of like fused in this little cluster in my memory. It's terrible. So selamat pagi means good something. We'll find out. Good morning. Pagi, morning. You know what? Maybe we can find an etymology. Yes, one of my autocompletes is the Wiktionary entry for what. We're not going to comment on that, hopefully. Indonesian etymology. All right. So it says here from Malay pagi, from classical Malay pagi, from Proto-Malaic pagi. So, yeah, not a lot of change there, but someone has proposed that it comes originally from Prage, Sanskrit, the crack of dawn. Okay, well, let's take this time, make this burn into our brains. Pagi, morning. Pagi, morning. Okay. Good morning.
Terima kasih, selamat pagi.
Terima kasih. Selamat pagi. Thank you. Good morning. Terima kasih. That was thank you. What did I say? It had this like, I don't know what I said. It's like da 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 da. I don't know. I'm full nonsense.
Tidak, kamu suka jeruk.
Tidak. Kamu suka jeruk.
Tidak, kamu suka jeruk.
No, you like oranges.
Ya, maaf.
Yeah, maaf. Yes, sorry. I have this sort of like bumbling kind of, yes, sorry. That's the image I have in my mind for this. Ooh, whoa. Majahadra, yes. Whoa, that's really cool. We could use the Indonesian we've learned to write a poem or a fable. Because I want to just point something out. Look what word we have. Chicken. Things are within our grasp in Indonesian that you can only dream of. Once we get river, Once we get cross and river, we will be unstoppable. Okay, yes, good morning. Ya, selamat pagi.
Ya. Selamat pagi.
Because pagi means morning.
Tidak, maaf.
Tidak maaf. No, sorry. Yes, thanks. Ya,
Ya.
terima
Terima
kasih.
kasih.
Terima kasih banyak. That's what I was thinking of. That I said, oh, it's like something like da 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 da, or da 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 da. I don't know what I was saying, but that was what I had in mind.
Tidak terima kasih.
No, thank you. Please drink. Okay. Silakan minum. Look at that. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, everyone. Do we want to do one more review and then oh, I just want to point out, look who's in the promotion zone. Look who's in the promotion zone. You know, this is what happened. You put your head down, you know, you're working nights, you're working weekends, and you're going to find yourself in the promotion zone. I guess if you go up farther, you find yourself in the corner office. I think that's where Sarah here is with 647. And you have to ask yourself, what's going on when you have 647 XP on Duolingo? You got to wonder how many hours are spent. You know, kudos. That's all I have to say. All right. Well, let's do a little bit of review and see if we can do this checkpoint review thingy. That sounds like fun. Okay. He is rich. So did we learn rich? Dia. So this is no longer going to be me proving my worth to the world and myself. This is going to be an opportunity for us to get more repetitions. So, rich. I feel like this is testing words that we've never even encountered before. Kaya. Dia kaya.
Dari mana kamu?
Dari mana kamu? From where?
Mana?
Dari mana. Okay, we had that. No excuse. So where are you from?
Kalian menulis menu.
Kalian menulis menu. You, plural, read the menu. Right? Oh, you write the menu. Yeah, because membaca is read, right? Membaca and menulis. So you, all of you, write the menu. Well done for the writing. Not so much for the getting the answer right. She writes a letter. Dia menulis surat.
Kamu kuat.
Kamu kuat. Have we seen kuat before? No. You
Kuat.
are strong. You have oranges. Kamu punya jeruk. Do we have to do jeruk? Jeruk? Is it going to penalize us if we don't? You see? You see what I mean? I was saying this earlier, but hey, we're not going to go there. All right, continue.
Halo, kamu dari mana?
Hello. Where are you from? You read a book. Kamu membaca buku. Oh, interesting.
Siapa kamu?
Siapa kamu? Siapa. Is this how are you? Let's look. Who are you? Formal. Interesting. All right. How are you? How are you? This was something kabar. Apu kabar? Was it? Apa kabar?
Saya membaca buku Anda.
Saya membaca buku Anda. I read. Anda was that like an honorific you or something like that? I read your book. Let's see.
Anda.
Yeah.
Dia dari Jakarta,
Polite.
bukan dari Bali.
Sorry.
Dia dari Jakarta, bukan dari Bali.
Dia dari Jakarta. Say it again.
Dia dari Jakarta, bukan dari Bali.
Bukan dari Bali. Bukan. I don't remember this. This is the form of not the negator that goes with copular complements and dari. Cool. Bukan dari. So you don't say tidak dari. Sorry for even bringing it up, but
Ia besar.
ia besar. He or she is big. Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Siapa itu? I think. Yes.
Kamu dari mana?
Kamu dari mana? Kamu dari mana? Where are you from? He and I are rich. Delightful. Dia man saya kuat. I think. Kaya. What's kuat again? Kuat is something else. Strong? Oh, dan.
Dia bukan dari Jepang, dia dari Bali.
He is not from Japan. He is from Bali. She reads the newspaper. Dia membaca koran. Okay, chat. What? We've been getting away with using without using this demonstrative the whole time, and now we're suddenly no, we got to discuss this. What has happened to dia membaca koran? Why is this course so confusing, throwing in random changes? This has popped up for the first time in practice long after completing the course component. Okay, I agree with this comment. This is kind of just randomly throwing things at us that are technically, I think, correct. I mean, native speakers in the chat, am I wrong? Is this incorrect translation of she reads the newspaper? Furkon says this means he reads newspapers in general, which, to be honest, the English could also mean. She reads the newspaper could mean she reads the newspaper every day. In general, she's a reader of the newspaper. I don't know if I like this way of teaching this distinction, which undoubtedly, obviously this distinction does exist. This distinction between reading the newspaper in general and reading that particular newspaper, but using the English phrase that is ambiguous to teach it. I don't know. Well, we'll take our lumps. This is life.
Kamu siapa?
Kamu siapa? Who are you? Furkon, thank you for the judgment, by the way.
Dia kaya?
Dia kaya. Oh, this is rich, right? She is rich. She reads the newspaper. Dia membaca koran. Itu. Okay? Let it never be said that I don't learn. Okay. All right. All right. Yes, very interesting indeed. Echoed words. Okay. All right. Well, I think we've paid enough. We've had enough pain. Let's learn something new. Let's learn some grammar. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, you know?
Saya berhasil.
And let's go all the way down so we can add our new words. Okay, saya berhasil. I succeed, maybe?
Berhasil.
Succeed. I'm excited about this grammar.
Kami berjalan.
Kami berjalan. We walk?
Berjalan.
Berjalan. Walk.
Kami berhenti.
Berhenti. We stand.
Berhenti.
Stop. We stop.
Berhenti.
Okay. We stop.
Kami berhenti. Mereka berjalan.
Kami berhenti.
Kami berhenti.
Mereka berjalan.
Mereka berjalan.
So this would mean we stop, they walk.
Saya berhasil berdiri.
Saya berhasil berdiri. I succeeded I'm trying to think of where we could go from here in English, much less what berdiri means. I succeeded, maybe they want us to say to stand? I succeeded to stand? Is that grammatical in English? I succeeded in standing is what I would want to say. I don't know. Chat? English native speakers? Can I get a judgment? Is I succeeded to stand grammatical? Let's see what they want from us.
Berdiri.
Stand up. Okay. All right. Well, let's go for it. I succeeded to stand. Although I maintain that's really not, at least for me, grammatical. I succeeded to stand up. I just don't believe it, you know? Okay, yeah. So I'm not the only one. Succeed at, succeed in. Every time I hit this to review the English sentence, I succeeded to stand up. Yeah, I don't know. I succeeded in standing. Yeah, that sounds right. I succeeded to stand. I mean, to me, that gets like, I don't know, are you familiar with the different nuances of ungrammaticality, right? So there's dog the me bit. That's just straight ungrammatical. We give that the star. Then there's the I succeeded to stand, where it's like, yeah, maybe questionable. I'd give this question mark verging on star. We don't have special symbols for these little fine-grained nuances. I succeeded to stand. All right. Well, some interesting points of view in that comment thread, which I don't think I'm going to delve into. Yeah. I victoriously stood. That's it. That's the attitude, right? Okay. So berdiri, to stand.
Berdiri.
To stand up.
Di mana mereka berada?
Di mana mereka berada? It's again a very fronted kind of ah. Di mana mereka berada? So this is where are they? Okay, what? Di mana? Where? Mereka, they. I don't know what to do here. Where are they berada?
Berada.
Oh, it's just where are they? Oh. Okay, I can't wait to eventually learn whatever they're trying to teach us here.
Berada.
Yeah. Okay, where are they? To be. Great. Super. Okay, so you stand up. Kamu berdiri, right? Berdiri, stand up.
Dia tidak berhasil.
Dia tidak berhasil.
Dia tidak berhasil.
Ooh, does anyone else hear that velarization on the L? Berhasil.
Dia tidak berhasil.
Eel. I'm just gonna play that again, just so that we can get it.
Dia tidak berhasil.
Huh. Okay. So berhasil meaning succeed. So he does not succeed. Sad. We stop. Oh, this is those two, the inclusive and the exclusive we. I forget which one is which. So kita is the answer. I just don't know which one is which. Where is it? Kita, we inclusive. And what was the we exclusive? Was it kami? Am I making that up? We exclusive. Is this right? I don't know. I'm going off of my memory here, which is always a dubious proposition. We stop. Anyway, more to the matter at hand. Kita berhenti.
Kamu berdiri.
Kamu berdiri. Berdiri is stand, so you stand up. I walk, they stop. Aku berjalan, mereka berhenti, right? Stop, berhenti.
Mereka berada di sana.
Mereka berada di sana. They berada berada are there. They are di sana. Do we have sana? Have we seen that before? Yeah, there. They are there. Berada.
Berada. Sana.
Okay. So I wonder what is going on. I wonder what is going on with this ber. Does anyone have any hypotheses that they'd like to share with the chat? Yeah, that's true. The T, I believe, was unreleased. That was our conclusion. But the K is often a glottal stop. You say because it's not updated in the sheet. Where in the sheet? In this for this one? Yeah, I don't know. I succeed. Saya berhasil. I think we'd have to hear this word again to know. Because I don't know if it was just the normal unreleased T or if there was something special going on with that word. Maybe someone else will have a better memory of that. Tini is at home with Dimas. Okay, so Tini berada di rumah dengan Dimas. I think. Dengan is is with. Do we have that? Yeah, we do. Done. I succeeded to stand up. This is the most controversial answer we've had so far. Saya berhasil berdiri. We stop, they walk. Okay, so kami.
Kami.
Oh, there were a lot of berhenti, stop. Yes.
Berhenti.
Okay.
Mereka
berjalan.
berjalan.
They are there. Mereka berada di sana.
Mereka berada di sana.
Okay, I'm really curious as to what they're trying to teach us here. Let's find out. Oh yeah, we are well within the promotion zone. We're getting that corner office chat. We're doing it. Okay, I want to learn what this is all about. Okay, so the ber prefix can be attached to a noun, a verb, or an adjective. Very, very interesting. If you attach it to a noun, I guess it can mean to have. So anak, child, beranak, to have a child. Nama, name, bernama, to have a name. Interesting. Sepatu. Okay, so we can also put it with items of clothing or vehicles and derive the meaning to wear or to travel by. Sepatu, bersepatu, to wear shoes. I don't know if this is sepeda or sepada. Sepada. I don't know. These E's are getting me, guys. These E's are getting me. But you can nevertheless put but on it. Excuse me. And then you can also give the meaning to do. I mean, it would be a little bit easier for us to understand what's going on if we knew what the root jalan and main meant. It seems to be deriving verbs here. Speda. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, it's so nice having a native speaker in the chat to help. I really appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. So what do we have in common with all of these? It's always forming a verb, although the precise semantics of the verb seem to be a little bit idiosyncratic. I wonder, could we have anak or anak meaning child, beranak to have a child. Can you also get the meaning to have a bicycle with bersepeda? That would be my question. Yeah, so it seems to have a very general meaning here. I mean, we don't really know because we don't know what kind of roots these are and what they mean, so it's hard to say what the change was. Whereas here it's pretty clear that this is child and name. Telur, to produce, so produce eggs, to make a sound. And also we can use it with, so again, if we knew what tani meant and dagang, we could probably work out the semantics of this operation. But okay, well, that's something. The prefix ber can become ba or bal depending on the first letter or syllable of the root word. Oh, okay, so some morphophonology, always fun. So ber is the form it's giving us as the general form. It becomes ba if it's attached to a root that begins with the letter R, or if its first syllable ends with er. Well, that's really interesting. That's really interesting. So, okay, we gotta work this out. So we have ber plus rambut gives us berambut. Nothing too unexpected there. we have an R with an R, and maybe this language doesn't like geminates. Okay, fair enough. But here's a really interesting one. Ber plus, and I'm going to assume this is kerja. Furkon, you can correct me if I'm wrong about that, maybe. But here it becomes bekerja. What happened to the R? It says that the rule is if the first syllable ends with then we lose this R. It just goes away. So it's kind of like, it's like a kind of dissimilation in a way. But it notice that it actually skips over. It doesn't care what consonant this is. So it's this non-local kind of thing, which dissimilation often is. Cool. We saw some dissimilation in the last stream. If you were there when we had Quain on, we were talking about tone. We were talking about tonal changes that are dissimilatory in nature. So dissimilation, this is a general property of phonology. Sometimes when two sounds are very, very close, they become less like each other because it's not nice to be too like your neighbors, apparently. Okay, so I'm going to put in a break there for YouTube. YouTube, again, such a pleasure to have you. Come back and we're going to finish up our Duolingo Indonesian adventures. But we will see you then. Until next time, just have an amazing time, and we will see you soon. Okay. Right. So, how does okay, this is interesting. Maybe we could talk a little bit about this when we get back on with YouTube. How do dissimilation and assimilation work? Because they're kind of general, they're very general types of process that occur in phonology and in morphophonology especially, where you see in general things becoming either more alike or less alike. And almost all phonological operations can be classed as one of these things. So I won't say too much about them now because it's grist for the mill that for people on YouTube as well. I think they'd want to know about it too. And then maybe we can do like a proper episode on assimilation and dissimilation. But okay, so I guess what do we have? We have 25 minutes or so left, so I think we can do a bit more. I'm a bit disappointed with, so I have to say I'm just a bit disappointed with the grammar explanations that Duolingo is giving us. They don't really make a ton of sense to me, but this is part of our investigative challenge, I guess. So we'll carry on. We'll learn a few more things, and we'll talk about dissimilation and assimilation. Okay, going back in. YouTube, welcome back. We are very glad to have you here because we are going to be learning a little bit more Indonesian together. We're going to go back to Duolingo, and we're going to jump in. We're going to roll up our sleeve, well, figuratively speaking, and we're going to see what we can get into our minds. But before we do, I want to just say thanks to our patrons for making this episode possible. But okay, no more of that. Let's get in. Let's get back in. So we just finished the last episode by looking at a kind of an interesting, an interesting morphophonological change. So we have this prefix ber, and when it occurs next to an R, then it just shows up as b, which is not unexpected because maybe the language just doesn't really like geminates, which are two identical sequences of the same consonant. A lot of languages don't like geminates and don't allow them to occur. English does not allow geminates to occur except across morpheme boundaries. So you have things like pen, knife, bookcase. So pen, knife, bookcase. There are two N's. There are two K's. The sounds, anyway. Two alveolar nasals and two velar stops. Pen, knife, bookcase. You don't say pen knife and bookcase. But nevertheless, although we are perfectly capable as English speakers of making the sequence of two identical consonants in a row within one morpheme, you just never get it. And so this is a constraint that English has. Maybe Indonesian has the same kind of constraint. But where it gets a little more interesting is that according to the grammar description, if the first syllable in the root word that bur is attaching to ends in or at least the grapheme sequence, the letter sequence er, then you get just b, and so that r does not appear there. And it makes me think a little bit of dissimilation, which is a really common phonological process. It's not that common, actually, to be honest. It happens where two things become less like each other when they're put close to each other. And so you have things like this is the example. I'll give the same example I gave last time, which was in the tone explosion stream, which is the Latin suffix alis, which when you add it to a root like ment, you get mentalis. So the root ment means mind. Alis is an adjective forming suffix, so to do with the mind. But when you add alis to a root like famili, meaning family, right, that gives us the word familia, you don't say familialis, you say familiaris. So having to do with the family. And why? It's because of this L here. So you can have another example. Mor, a root meaning to do with customs and to do with customs essentially. If you add, this one's only going to show us the basic one. Mor alis. Let's see what else can we do. Someone give me another Latin root with an R in it. Or with an L we need one with an L in the root. That's what we need. Why can I never think of these things when I need to? Well, you'll have to just trust me that familiaris is a general principle. Evidence of a general principle. Anyway, so that's dissimilation. But notice the interesting thing about this is we have L and then we have IA, so familiaris. So if this were an L too, you actually have two vowels separating them. Nevertheless, they're too close for comfort, and we get this L turning into an R. So familiaris. And this is really interesting because it's somewhat long distance. Normally sounds have to be right up against each other to have an effect. That's the sort of usual situation. So you have something like palatalization of English don't you becoming don't you. So T and Y or yod coming right up next to each other and creating this cha. We can spell don't cha, something like that. So this affricate. And this happens because the sounds are right next to each other. The tongue is having a tough time going from one state to the next, and so this is an instance of assimilation. The sounds become closer together, and in this case, they sort of fuse and become one, from tia to cha. But dissimilation often occurs over slightly longer distances. So anyway, that's all I want to say about that. Yeah. That's a good example. So the kailum and uleus, that's a really good example in the chat from Pixel Music. Excellent. Okay, so that's all I want to say about that. There's also another thing that we didn't pay attention to last time, or I didn't, which is that bur becomes bul if it's attached to the word ajar. What? I wonder if this is another case of dissimulation like the Latin case. I wonder. And ber can't just drop the R because then we'd have a vowel sequence. So ber plus ajar. It wants to get rid of the R because it has this other R coming up, ba'ajar. But it can't because then we'd have ba'ajar, and that doesn't work in Indonesian maybe. This is my hypothesis. And so we get sort of the next best thing, which is a consonant just shows up to keep the two apart. Furkon says that balajar is maybe just an exception. There aren't any other words that do this. I wonder if there are any other words that have this general shape, where you have something vowel initial and an R. Do you get ber with them? That would be my question. Cool. Coolulio. All right. So let's, enough talk. Let's learn. Okay, so didn't we get a little bit on that? Yeah, we did. Check it out. Something happened. Great. All right, well, let's maybe let's move on. Let's keep going.
Mereka bertemu saya.
Mereka bertemu saya. So they change me. Bertemu.
Bertemu.
Oh, meet. They meet me. Bertemu. Meet.
Dia berbicara dengan Andi.
Dia berbicara dengan Andi. She berbicara. Speaks with Andy?
Berbicara.
Yeah, speaks with Andy.
Tini tidak berubah.
Tini tidak berubah. Oh yeah, this was speak. Tini tidak berubah. Tini did not. Maybe this is a change.
Berubah.
Berubah. Yeah, I think it's my position on the hovering is when it's. I think here it's clearly meant to be used to teach us. I think I don't feel as against it. Tini tidak berubah.
Tini berangkat ke sekolah.
Tini berangkat ke sekolah. Berangkat. Tini maybe leaves for school.
Berangkat.
Berangkat. Leave for.
Berangkat.
Ah, okay. Yeah, there we go.
Kami bersaing di sekolah.
Kami bersaing di sekolah. Kami bersaing. Bersaing. Kami, we. Maybe this is compete at school.
Bersaing.
Bersaing. So what is... I'm trying to find what the common denominator here is in terms of meaning. It just seems to be, hey, let's make this into a verb of some semantics, which you can sort of figure out on your own. I don't know if I can make any strong generalizations about it. Yeah. I am not competing with you. Okay? Saya tidak bersaing dengan kamu.
Saya tidak bersaing dengan kamu. Saya tidak bersaing dengan kamu.
I am not competing with you.
Saya tidak bersaing dengan kamu.
No, I'm not. I am not leaving for school. I picture some kid saying, I am not leaving for school, just obstinate. Saya tidak berangkat ke sekolah.
Kamu berbicara, saya makan.
Kamu berbicara, saya makan. Ooh. You berbicara, talk. I eat. Okay, now I come up with these little scenarios in my head. I picture someone, like maybe a young reporter, wants to talk to an old politician, like, can I get an interview? And then the politician's at this diner and he's sort of eating. He says, you talk, I eat. Right? Anything to get these things sticking into our heads. I will try anything. You talk, I eat. They meet me. Mereka bertemu saya. Mereka bertemu saya.
Kami bertemu di sekolah.
Kami bertemu di sekolah. We meet at school. We are leaving for the market. Kami berangkat ke pasar.
Dia berhasil berubah.
Dia berhasil berubah. We succeeded to change. Yeah, that's still giving me a grammaticality judgment. Oh, he. Well, all right, whatever. You changed. Kamu berubah. What gives? She speaks with Andy. Dia berbicara dengan Andy. Tini leaves for school. Tini berangkat ke sekolah. He succeeded to change. Dia berhasil berubah. Is that velarized L that we heard in that one berhasil? Is that legit, or is that just me hearing things?
Dia berhasil berubah.
Right? Do you hear it again there?
Dia berhasil berubah.
She succeeded to change. Excellent. Okay, we've learned ber a bit. Shall we try and finish it off? I think we got 10 minutes. We might as well. Like any athlete, we need to stay hydrated, right?
Dia belajar membaca.
Belajar. Dia belajar membaca.
Belajar.
Learns, studies. He learns to read.
Saya berkunjung ke rumah kamu.
Saya berkunjung ke rumah kamu. I visit your house.
Berkunjung.
Berkunjung. And it seems to want to go with ke or ka. Visit.
Mereka berkumpul di sekolah.
Berkumpul. Mereka berkumpul di sekolah. They maybe gather?
Berkumpul.
At school.
Kami tidak bekerja di sana.
Kami tidak bekerja di sana. Oh, this is one of those exceptions with that rule.
Kami tidak bekerja di sana.
We do not
Bekerja.
work. Now I wonder, is this morphology productive? Like, is this something that you can just add to words to form new verbs, or is this just some sort of just non-productive derivational morphology that we're making generalizations about? We do not work there.
Saya bekerja dan belajar.
Saya bekerja dan belajar. So, I work and learn.
Harga ini tidak berlaku di sini.
Harga ini tidak berlaku di sini. Berlaku. We haven't learned that. And we haven't learned this harga either. Harga. Price. This price is not
Berlaku.
valid here. Okay. This is customer service nightmare.
Kamu tidak berkembang.
Kamu tidak berkembang. You are not making progress.
Berkembang.
Ow. Ow. That's
Berkembang.
harsh. My shop does not flourish. Toko saya tidak berkembang.
Dia berkunjung ke sekolah saya.
She visits my school. His letter does not apply here. We got this like very bureaucratic sounding example sentence. All right, so this would be suratnya tidak berlaku di sini.
Tini bekerja di pasar.
Tini bekerja di pasar. Tini bekerja works at a market. You are not making progress. Kamu tidak berkembang. I want to visit your house. Saya mau berkunjung ke rumahmu. Berkunjung, yes. We gather at the market. Kita berkumpul, right? Gather di pasar. He learns to read. Dia, what was learn again? Belajar membaca. Oh, ia. I don't know yet the difference between dia and ia. Just seems to sort of change randomly. This price is not valid here. Harga.
Ini tidak berlaku di sini.
I was going to say those out, but then, nah. Okay, so this one's going to be mereka berkumpul di sekolah.
Mereka berkumpul di sekolah.
Well, how about that, chat? We did it. We didn't quite get the prize, but I think that's good enough for today. So, hey, YouTube, thank you for joining us. If you liked it, let us know. You can give some little comments about, never attempt to explain Latin morphology without extensive notes before. You can leave that in the comments if you want to. But other than that, we will see you next time, where we will do some more language learning, some more conlanging, some more chatting about linguistics and having a good time. So until then, we'll see you next time. Great. Okay. Wow, that was fun. Thank you everyone for stopping by. This was less chill than I thought it was going to be. I don't know. I just get worked up. I get worked up whenever I get on stream for some reason. I'm always very bouncy. But this is I figure when you reach your 30s, the cake is baked, as I like to say. There's not a lot of huge personality changes that are likely to happen. So, I just accept, move on. Chat. How are you all today? Are you all doing well? I hope so. We're going to you know what? I have to do a lot of housekeeping for the stream. So you will see, if you're on Discord, and if you're not on Discord, link in the description and all that good jazz. But I have to do the events on Discord for next week. We've got some exciting stuff coming up, so do not miss it. Lots more conlanging, lots more con worlding. I may even return to the dreaded subduction zones at some point. And we have some more special guests planned in the near to medium term future. So stay tuned for announcements about that, where you can learn from people who are experts in something that I know little to nothing about. And so my little side benefit is that I also get to learn. So that's kind of just win-win, right? So until then, I think I will wish you a very good weekend. And for those of you who are Old English people and you want to learn Old English this summer, I don't know, I'll just sort of put this in at the end, the cheesy ad, but we've got the course starting this Saturday. So check that out if you have not already, and otherwise we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Yes. Oh, weekend. Brilliant. Until then.